The children of Jacob, a story of faith, trial, and legacy. Long ago, in the land of Canaan, lived a noble prophet named Yacob, a descendant of Abraham and a chosen servant of Allah. Yacob was a father to 12 sons, each unique in spirit and strength. These 12 sons would become the ancestors of 12 tribes of people later known as Bani Israel. Islamic tradition, rooted in the Quran, recognizes the spiritual legacy of Jacob and his children. Although the Quran does not name all 12 sons, it acknowledges their existence, most notably in the verse, "Or were you witnesses when death approached you, when he said to his sons, 'What will you worship after me?' They said, 'We will worship your God and the God of your fathers Ismail and Ishak, the one God, and to him we submit.' From the beginning, their lives were marked not just by lineage, but by test and transformation. Yusuf, the guiding star. Among the sons was Yusuf, favored by Jacob for his righteousness and purity. This favoritism stirred envy in his brothers, who conspired against him. One day, they threw him into a well, telling their father a wolf had devoured him. But Allah had a greater plan. Yusuf was found by a caravan, sold into slavery in Egypt, and eventually rose to power in the Pharaoh's court. Through trials, imprisonment, and divine wisdom, Yusuf became a trusted minister, interpreting dreams and preparing the land for famine. When famine struck Canaan, his brothers came to Egypt for a unaware that the powerful man before them was the very brother they betrayed. The Quran recounts this reunion beautifully. He said, "I am Yusuf, and this is my brother. Allah has certainly favored us. Indeed, whoever fears Allah and is patient, then indeed, Allah does not allow the reward of those who do good to be lost." Forgiveness prevailed, and Yusuf brought his entire family to Egypt. This migration marked the beginning of Bani Israel's settlement in Egypt, where they grew into 12 distinct tribes, each descended from one of Jacob's sons. The 12 tribes, from Egypt to the desert. As generations passed, the children of Israel multiplied. Their growing numbers and distinct identity eventually made them targets of oppression under the pharaohs. In response to their cries, Allah raised Musa from among them, prophet and liberator. With Allah's command, Musa led the tribes out of Egypt in the miraculous exodus. The sea parted, and the Israelites crossed to safety, while Pharaoh and his army were drowned. Yet freedom brought its own trials. In the wilderness of Sinai, the 12 tribes faced hunger, thirst, and spiritual tests. Allah provided manna and quails, and brought forth water when Musa struck a rock with his staff. And recall when Musa prayed for water for his people. So we said, "Strike with your staff the stone," and there gushed forth from it 12 springs. Every people knew its watering place. This verse hints at a divine organization. Each tribe had its own place, identity, and sustenance, a covenant repeatedly broken. Despite divine mercy, many among Bani Israel fell into ingratitude, idol worship, and disobedience. They demanded to see Allah directly, worshipped the golden calf in Musa's absence, and refused to enter the Holy Land out of fear. Yet Allah was patient and merciful. "We made a covenant with the children of Israel, but because of their breaking of the covenant, we cursed them and made their hearts hard. Still, among them were prophets, scholars, and believers. Allah raised prophets from each tribe, calling the people back to truth. Among them were Harun, Daud, and Zak. The tribe of Yehuda, from which modern Jews take their name, played a major role. It produced many prophets, including Isa and the final warning. Isa ibn Maryam was sent not to all of humanity, but specifically to Bani Israel, and mention when Isa, the son of Maryam, said, "O children of Israel, indeed I am the messenger of Allah to you... Greater than many rejected him, while a few believed. The leadership of the tribes, corrupted by worldly power, plotted against him. But Allah raised Isa, saving him from crucifixion. Another test, the tribes failed. With the advent of Prophet Muhammad, the covenant shifted. He was not from the children of Yacob, but from the line of Ismail. Yet the message was the same. Worship Allah alone. The Quran honors the righteous among Bani Israel. Among them are those who are guided, but many of them are defiantly disobedient. Muslims are urged not to hate the Israelites, but to learn from them. Their story is told more than any other in the Quran, not to condemn but to caution. The legacy lives on, though the 12 tribes of Israel no longer exist in their pure tribal form. Their story lives in the hearts of believers. Muslims revere Yacob, Yusuf, Musa, Harun, Daud, Suleiman, and Isa's prophets, not tribal heroes. Their legacy is a mirror, a tale of people who received immense blessings, but faltered in their responsibilities. Islam teaches that divine favor is not guaranteed by lineage, but by faith and obedience. As Allah says, "Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you." Epilogue. A shared history. The story of the 12 tribes is not just Jewish history. It is sacred Muslim history, part of the shared Abrahamic heritage. Islam honors their prophets, mourns their missteps, and carries forward the divine message they were given. La ilaha illa Allah, there is no God but Allah. And so the journey continues, not with tribes in the desert, but with hearts that heed the call of the One.